Hello. So I recently bought this deck. I bought it from Amazon and it came in today. And I am gonna unbox it for you. And we're gonna see how the cards look and how everything looks. The box feels very good. It has this canvasy feeling. It's really nice. So the back of this deck reads, unearth the wisdom of the wittiest women in literary history and let their brilliance illuminate your path. Drawn from the book Literary Witches, a celebration of magical women writers, the cards in this oracle deck bear portraits of powerful female authors and mystical spell ingredients, both full of symbolism meant to nourish the witch that lives within you. Okay, so this is written by, okay, I'm not even gonna try to read the name. I won't even try it. Just see for yourself. All right. So this is how it came out directly out of the big brown Amazon box. It didn't have any plastic wrap or anything, so this is just how it is, straight out of the box. It has this little plastic sticker here. I'm gonna take this off now. I hope this is not gonna be very difficult to take off. Okay, it is a little bit challenging. All right. Okay, I think I'm gonna use a knife or something, like a paper cutter, to slice right through it. Okay. So I have a paper cutter with me and I'm gonna slice right through this. All right. Now let's open this and it flips open. It's a really beautiful box, like inside and out. And on the inside there are these patterns over here. And I think this is the little guidebook. Wow, this is, oh my god. This guidebook is really thin. This guidebook is like extremely thin. Wow. All right. Like it barely has anything on it. So there really isn't a whole lot of description, but I think there are some keywords for the cards, and the rest of it I think you're just gonna have to depend on your intuition to be able to read from these. Okay, so we're gonna go through the deck and then I'll pull a card and read from this guidebook. All right. Okay, so this comes with a ribbon to help you pull the deck out. This is a super chunky deck. There are like 70 cards. Yeah, there are 70 cards. And the cards have the same canvasy feel. Can you see it? Can you see the patterns on the card? It's like canvas. The back has this very old-fashioned playing card type of design. I think that's alright. I mean, I don't hate it. Okay, so let's do a quick flip through. Emily Dickinson, The Soul. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Anais Nin, The Subconscious. I really like the water imagery here. It kind of is associated with the subconscious. Sylvia Plath, The Dark. Murray Shelley, Loss. Emily Bront, Fantasy. Anna Akhmatova, Endurance. Octavia E. Butler, The Future. And there are these sci-fi references with like alien looking creatures and tentacles and everything. Anne Carson, The Intellect. Angela Carter, Identity. I really want to see if there is like some description for the imagery. Like I want to know, why is there a wolf here or a bear, whatever this is, like poking out of human legs, and then there is like this thing going through the legs and there's bleeding and everything. I really want to know if there's like some decent amount of description in the guidebook associated with the imagery. So I think I'll quickly take a look. Investigating identity, roles, who you are. The feminist fairy tales of Angela Carter, which draw on stories like Little Red Riding Hood and Beauty and the Beast, are sumptuous tapestries depicting sexual violence scenes ornamented with symbols and adjectives. She was fascinated by the performance of femininity, and her works often feature showgirls, trapeze artists, and dolls. Okay, so the imagery is associated with her work. All right. Eileen Chang, Fate. Agatha Christie, Trickery. Sandra Cisneros, The Body. Is that like a vagina imagery? Possible, I don't know. Farah, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Farah Farrokhzad, Rebellion. Janet Frame, Belonging. Charlotte Perkins Gilman, Freedom. I haven't read the book on which this deck is based, so if you have that book, you'll probably get more out of this deck. Joy Harjo, Bravery. Zora Neale Hurston, Story. Shirley Jackson, Family. Jamaica Kincaid, History. Yumiko Kurahashi, Transformation. Is that like an eggshell cracking and like some kind of a creature coming out of it with like green hand? This is kind of creepy. Audre Lorde, Justice. Mirabai, Devotion. Toni Morrison, Power. Flannery O'Connor, Humanity. Alejandra Pizarnik, Solitude. Maria Sabina, Healing. Sappho, Love. Leslie Marmon Silko, Community. Gertrude Stein, Perspective. I like it. I like this mirror here. And then this feather in a cage. I really like it. Virginia Woolf, Vision. I really like how there's like these flowers and everything coming out of an ink pot. It kind of talks about how you can see, you can create worlds out of words. Okay, so this is more like the Lenormand half of it. I think it was called the Witch's Materials. I think that's what it was called. Yes, the Witch's Materials. Okay, so now we are through the witches, and now we're in the Witch's Material. Okay. I think I'm gonna keep them separately. And then later on we're gonna get one card out of each pile. Apple. I think all of these materials are in like black and white. Bees. Boar. Book. Braid. Okay, this is kind of fascinating. Cats. I love cats. Cauldron. Chicken. Creature's paw. Doll. Eel. Elixir. Eye. Ghost. Glove. Hedgehog. House. Knife. I think this will make an excellent Lenormand deck. Lantern. I'm wondering if I should like use this half of it separately, like as a Lenormand deck, even if I'm like not using this. Did I just say Lenormand duck earlier? Okay. Lion. This lion's kind of weird. Okay. Milk. Moon. Mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Noose. Peacock. Pond. Praying mantis. Rabbit. I live in an apartment building and there are like 3 rabbits in this building. I see them every day. Skull. Snail. Spider. Teacup. Toad. Tree. Volcano. Wall. White dress. Wildflowers. Wings. And wolf. Okay, that was the last one. Now let's pull one card from each. Right now I'm shuffling the witches deck. I'm gonna have to shuffle for a while because this is like the first time I'm shuffling this deck, and right now they're all in order, and I'm gonna have to like shuffle it for a while to mix them up. Okay, this is the first card we have. Okay, now let's try from this half. This is the Witch's Materials. Oh, okay, 2 of them. All right, we'll look at 2 of them, no problem. So I have the guidebook here with me. Let's look at the witch first. Zora Neale Hurston's story. Okay. Your story. The stories of others listening. When she wasn't writing lush fiction about Black women owning themselves, Zora Neale Hurston was collecting folktales around the South and journeying to Caribbean. There, she initiated into voodoo. I don't know how to pronounce this. Voodoo. Once by boiling a live black cat and passing its bones over. Oh my god, no. There she initiated into voodoo once by boiling a live black cat and passing its bones over her lips, and took the first known photograph of a zombie. Hurston fell into obscurity even before her death, but has seen a major revival of interest in recent decades among readers, feminists, and critics as a key figure in the Harlem Renaissance. Oh God, ugh, ugh. This whole boiling the black cat thing, was it a black cat or was it just a regular cat? Who did you boil? Boiling a live black cat. Oh God, I don't like this at all. I love cats. Ugh. Ugh, why? Okay, so the key words here are your story, the stories of others, and listening. Okay, so trauma aside, let's look at the material. Ghost and glove. Now, what do these stand for? Is there like a glare or something? No, there isn't, right? I like these cards. There isn't like a glare or anything. Okay, let's look at ghost and glove. Ghost. Memories, what haunts you, unfinished business. Glove. Money, status, complacency. Alright, so there really isn't a lot in the guidebook for you to go on. I think one will have to entirely rely on their intuition when working with this deck. I bought this deck because I was very excited because of like the theme, and I thought there would be like more information in the guidebook. But now I feel like I'm gonna have to like look at some of their work and read some of their work in order to like understand their personality, or maybe like get the literary witches book in order to understand the context more. But otherwise, the things that I like the most about this deck is the artwork, the colors. I mean, well, this half doesn't have any colors. I mean, the material half doesn't really have any colors. It's like just black and white on like this light creamy background. But this half, the witches half, I absolutely love the artwork. I love the quality of the cards. I mean, this whole canvasy feeling is absolutely amazing. I love it. And if I were to like ever make a deck of my own, I think this is the kind of material that I would prefer. This is like absolutely just love. And I love the artwork mostly, and yeah. And while I'm not super happy with the guidebook, I'm not happy at all with the guidebook. The guidebook didn't win me over at all, and I feel like you will have to understand the personality of these writers and like their art style, I mean their writing style, in order to get more from this deck. But otherwise, I think what's really standing out to me is the artwork, and when reading, I think I will have to like depend entirely on the keyword and like the few 3 or 4 more keywords that's in the guidebook. Other than that, I really like the packaging. I love the box. I love how it flips open. I love the design here. I love the feel of the deck. I love that they put a ribbon here. It's very convenient. But the guidebook is like, ugh. I like when I buy a deck, I really look forward to an exciting, interesting guidebook, but I don't think they put in a lot of effort in this guidebook here because they already have like an established book on which this deck is based. So I think they were like really expecting the readers to be people who have already read the book. So if you are someone who's interested in buying this deck, you might want to get the book along with it, because otherwise there really isn't much to go on from the guidebook alone. And if you are an intuitive reader, then you could go ahead and work with the artwork and the keywords. And I think for me, the winner of this deck is like the artwork. The artwork is like amazing, and for the material half of it, I love the minimalist nature of the art, and I love this whole watercolor thing going on, just like black, gray, and white watercolor on this creamy background. I love the artwork for this deck. I love the artwork. I love the colors, everything. But I would really like a better, more descriptive guidebook for anybody who doesn't have the main book already and is just buying the Oracle deck like me. For people like that, I think a more descriptive guidebook would be amazing. I love that it has 70 cards. It's a lot of cards, and I think Katie Horan did a wonderful job illustrating the deck. And that was it. I think that's all I have to say about this deck right now, based on what I have seen so far. And I haven't really worked with the deck at all, so I might make another video reviewing the deck after I have worked with it for a while and I have maybe build a bond with it. It's very important to build a bond with it, to build a bond with the deck before you create a judgment about it. Because after a while you see these patterns emerging when you work with the deck, and you feel like it's really communicating with you. So that's an entirely different experience. So yeah, so that was it, and thanks for watching. And there are more unboxing and flip through videos on this channel, so if you're interested in that, you could check out the other decks and subscribe to watch readings, to watch me use this deck. All right, bye bye.